here's the LS62 in all its glory. So you'll notice it comes with a pretty standard black ball top, dust washer, and all that good stuff. Now, because this is 02 Modstick, I like to go over all the basics where I can. We start at the top, which is our topper. We've got a ball top, followed by the shaft here, dust washer, mounting plate, which this is the Seimitsu SS plate, is what it comes stock with. On the bottom here, we have the kind of housing, and then underneath is the PCB with where their switches are, followed by our octagonal gate. And then we have our actuator here, underneath is the spring, and so on. So this is the spring is kind of soft, but it's really clicky, so that's nice. And it has, I think, a more solid feeling octo gate than the Sanwa one. And it's a very short gauge. I mean, just a little tap does the job, so that's nice. So we're going to be breaking it down. And the first thing we probably want to do is show you how to remove this ball top. In case you want to just replace the ball top, that's fine. It's really easy. What you're going to need is one flathead screwdriver. Just insert it into the bottom screw here. You don't have to turn the screw per se, but you can. So I just turn both at the same time, and it should come loose enough that now you can unscrew that ball top and replace it with whatever you like. Alright, from there we can tilt off and remove the dust washer, and after that where you go is up to you. I say we pull off the top plate first just to break this down. So all you need is a Phillips PH2 or PH1 can probably work. Remove these 4 screws, and I really recommend whenever you got little small parts going around, just you have a small cup available, because it really cuts down on losing parts. That's never fun. And if you have one of those multi-part trays, that can really help too. So what we're going to be doing is replacing this mounting plate, because it's not really compatible with the Neo Geo, with our SS plate. And also I think we want to get in there and maybe replace the spring from one of the LS56 or LS58. Alright, now we can attack the gate side. There are 4 screws here, same deal. And this is one, these are different enough. So you'll come up with about this size screw. So just remember what you took out of here, of course. A bit different than the countersunk screws we had for the top, so pretty easy to distinguish. That's why one of those multi-part trays are pretty useful, kind of like those fishing tackle organizers or whatnot. I don't really need to do this, but I just want to show it off. Okay, there's our gate removed, and here's our PCB removed, but we still have the other insides here still pretty firmly attached because we have this C-clip. Alright, so we're going to try using our screwdriver here to try and lever that off and hopefully not lose it, because these things can eject with some force. That was easy, and that's off. Okay, and we see our spring underneath, and we can pull our lever and pivot out if we want. Well, that's pretty well greased actually, so I'm gonna put that back together. At least for now, as we decide on which spring do we want. So let's get out the LS56. And E58. I kind of prefer higher tension joysticks, so It's actually hard to tell which of these guys is firmer to. I think this guy, the 56. We'll go with that. And usually ordering springs doesn't cost a whole lot, so you can buy one, experiment with it, and not, you know, feel like too bad if you don't like one or the other. So let's put this back down and put our actuator back on. Now, what we'll need to do, just like most, you want to hold this actuator down and then slide the little C-clip on. And as usual, I recommend a good set of mini pliers to get that firmly clipped on. Come on. Really wants to misbehave. There we go. Whew, that takes a little effort. All right, from there, just gonna slide this back on. Then put our gate back on. We'll set this spring aside. Remember to take our long screws. Alright, there's our bottom side. Now let's worry about our top. Up next, now that we have those parts reinstalled, we're just going to put our mounting plate on. So just line it up these 4 holes and get out our countersunk screws. Now the SS plate is compatible with certain sticks. I think the Hori Fighting Edge, for example, uses one, but don't quote me on that. So you just need to know what mounting plate works for your lever and your fight stick. Okay. I believe that LS62 has a mounting height, so that's from the plate to the very bottom, of about 39-40 millimeters. So take that into account if you have a stick that doesn't have a lot of clearance. But it should fit the Neo Geo just fine.